boys and girls all around the world. This is the World Wrestling Podcast featuring Kevin Kendrick, K Double, and Cole Jones. Your boy Cole. So let's get the party started.
This is your parental advisory. There will be explicit content during this show, so please be advised. Adults only.
Yo, Cole, what's up, my friend?
What's up?
It feels good to be back live with you here on Forest Present, back in the sanctuary live.
We live. I mean, live. We live.
We live. But you know what it is. You know what it is, Cole. You know what it is to be back live. It's a certain feeling inside you, and it makes you feel glorious.
Shut the fuck up.
Glorious, yes.
Shut up, man.
Yeah,
glorious.
Yeah.
That motherfucker got his ass punished by Jinder Mahal this week.
Yeah, but unfortunately for him, Mahal's not getting the United States title match. That, my friend, is going to the Legend Killer,
Randy Orton.
Randall Orton. Oh man, yeah. Like I don't know how I feel about that match.
That shit was funny to me though. That when Jinder Mahal came out and was talking to Bobby Roode sitting there like, all right, motherfucker, whatever. And Jinder Mahal keeps on saying Randy Orton's name, and he's like, why you keep being obsessed with Randy Orton?
Like,
fuck Randy Orton.
Do you blame him? Shoot.
Nah, I don't. And then Randy Orton's music hit. And I was like, fuck, there's Randy.
Like, God damn it. Oh, man, yeah. I'll tell you this, man. Let's see. I am impressed with the fact that WWE is maintaining using Orton without having him be the center point of everything like they have in so many years past. You know, like, because he's serving a pretty good purpose right now. Hello?
Yeah. You gonna elaborate, man?
Well, like, okay, because look, because like we've both in our now 6 years of doing this show have on multiple occasions but complained and was upset about the overuse and oversaturation of one Mr. Randy Orton upon our eyes and ears. And him doing promos, and I think the WWE has finally struck and found the best balance for use of Orton. Like he's still out there, but he's kind of like that floater dude. He's not necessarily in the main event picture unless they need him in the main event picture. He's not necessarily in the mid card picture unless that's where they need him. You know, and so he kind of floats around, but I'm liking the fact that he's not locked into anything in particular.
Yeah.
You know,
well, he locked into a motherfucking United States Championship match.
Yeah, but what do you think? Do you think that they're really going to give him a U.S. title run? Even though we did talk about that before, the U.S. title is one of the only titles that Orton hasn't won.
It's a possibility. I wouldn't put it past them, but I think Bobby Roode needs to have a good long run.
Oh yeah, he's too good of a I won't even say bad guy, but that cocky champion. He's too good in that role to have him continue in that role. You know, like have him continue as that heel champ. He plays it very well. Except I will say this. Based on the commercials for the Mixed Match Challenge, Bobby Roode, you need to work on your woo. You got to get a little bit more high pitched up there. Like you can't do it as dry and flat as that.
He was He was part of Fortune.
Fortune.
Yeah, in TNA. Ric Flair.
Oh, with Ric Flair, huh?
Bobby Roode, part of Fortune.
But
Yep.
that doesn't mean that he has a good woo. Like when he's doing it, it's just like nah, man. And I got to give credit. I got to give credit while I'm at it to talking about them things to Nia Jax and Apollo Crews because theirs have been some of the funniest that I've seen throughout this whole mixed match challenge. Nia Jax is fucking hilarious when she lets her personality show. When she's not trying to be that big bad bitch. Like she is fucking hilarious.
Nah, I don't see it.
Sorry, man. Every time that nigga was like, he was like, and we representing Titus. No, stop that. Stop.
That was good. When she stopped him from saying that, I like that. But the rest of it, it wasn't hilarious. It wasn't funny.
Oh man, me and you have a different opinion of what's funny. And mine is right.
I'm right, you're wrong.
Oh man, y'all tell us what y'all think. Drop in the chat room and let us know. Shoot, glorious. So let's get to it with that Monday Night Raw Gauntlet match involving all 7. Yes, I said it correctly. 7 guys that are going to be involved in that Elimination Chamber match. It's actually going to be very interesting because I've heard now what it's going to be. It's going to be the 4 guys in the 4 containers. Of course.
Yeah, and it's going to start out as a triple threat.
Yeah, I was like, okay, I can roll with that. So you get a lot of fast-paced, high-flying, triple threat action right off the back, and you don't have to wait, 2 minutes? Which can seem like a fucking lifetime. Like, I don't know about y'all, but by the time we get to the end of the Royal Rumble, even though it's the same amount of time, it feels like it fucking takes forever for them to get to the final contestants. And I don't mean throughout all the rest. I mean just in the time frame. It seems like it takes almost an hour to get from 25 to 30. Even though I know it's not really, it just feels that way.
Yeah. Because, you already been sitting through a whole ton of people. It's like, man, come on, 5 more. 5 more. It's like you trying to get off work, man, and you got 30 minutes left. It's like that 30 minutes takes 2 hours, man, I swear.
It does. Yeah, and so I don't know. I like that gauntlet match, but it seemed like a way to give a lot of people the night off.
Yeah.
But it was a great match. Don't get me wrong. I wish I could have been there live for that match because these guys literally went out there and put their Rollins and Reigns. Great match. Then you go what? It was Rollins and Reigns. Rollins won that one, and then it went to
John Cena.
Yeah, Rollins and John Cena. And then somehow through all that, Cena didn't get Rollins maintains and gets the win over Cena. That was another great story told there, because technically, you know what I'm saying, you seeing Rollins and man after the ass whooping that him and Reigns put on each other, shit.
Yeah, it was intense, man. It was crazy. Rollins lasted over an hour. It was like an hour and 5 minutes.
Hour and 5 minutes. That's insane to me. Holy shit.
That shit used to happen back in the early 80s and shit. Like Ric Flair and Dusty Rhodes and them motherfuckers, they go an hour Broadway. But yeah, that shit is unheard of these days.
It truly is. Primarily, now let's be realistic about it. That's one comparison to the old days that really it's not like that anymore for the wrestlers' safety. Not necessarily that Dusty and them, but there were lifelong injuries that came out of them doing that. Night in and night out. 3 to 4 times a week. And putting up matches like that for us, the wrestling fans' entertainment. And that's basically why we don't see I Quit matches every fucking month. We don't see, Extreme Rules matches every week. Like a place like ECW, as much as it thrived back then, I don't know if you could do it the same way now. You could, which is why I always say, like when people bitch about it, oh yeah, just leave ECW dead. Like I hate to say it, because you're never going to be able to bring it back properly. Not in the PG era of professional wrestling. They try to water down version of it.
Yeah, they tried to water down. No, yeah, I ain't saying WWE bring it back.
Yeah. Now, if you want to talk about like on the indies, if they brought it back, like basically kind of like Tommy Dreamer's House of Hardcore.
Yeah.
You know, like if you want to bring it back like that, where it's not necessarily televised, and you kind of have to, it's a choice that you make to go see it, as opposed to it being there every week for anybody to see. Like I hate to say it like that, but like the uproar that parents are going to put up with something like that on television, on live television. Yeah, we can always say the classic cliches of, well, shit, you don't want your kid to watch it, turn off the damn TV. Kids shouldn't be watching it anyway. But also at the same time, there's just not many parents that do. So at the end of the day, yeah, let's have it. But unfortunately, I doubt we'll be able to see it on regular TV. But then, ECW wasn't really on regular TV. Like, because I didn't really see a lot of the TV show ECWs outside of every now and then when it was actually coming on every week. We didn't have the expanded package on the cable.
I didn't see ECW when it was on TV.
Yeah.
I seen it on videotapes, VHS tapes.
Friend of yours had them, huh?
Yeah, and the video store had different WCW, ECW, and WWF VHS pay-per-views.
Yeah.
And I would go rent them motherfuckers all the time.
One of the first wrestling tapes I ever watched. My mom and dad, like it was, you had movie night back then. You all get up, you go to Blockbusters, things that these kids ain't never gonna know about. These kids ain't never gonna know about. You get up, you go to Blockbuster, or you go to your local video store. That was back when VHSs and all that was brand new. Like, so Blockbuster hadn't even really come out yet, but VHS and all that was still brand new. And you go down to your local video store, and it was like $1.50 each to rent them. And my mom rotated nights, of course, like every good family does, of who gets to choose what we go get. And it was my night, and I remember I chose WrestleMania 1, and I also chose Transformers the movie. Not to date myself, but yeah, that was my first time watching Transformers the movie too. But anyway, but we rented WrestleMania.
We ain't talking about the Transformers, that Shia LaBeouf bullshit.
No. We're talking about the 1986 Optimus Prime gets jumped and killed and comes back as Rodimus Prime. And had Hot Rod. Yeah, we're talking about the animated, like actual Transformers the movie, not the Shia LaBeouf. No, none of that shit. Anyway, not Michael Bay, none of that bullshit. But yeah, like, and we rented WrestleMania, and I remember gathering up my friends over at my house because we used to always watch WCW and NWA when they were on TBS and TNT. We used to always watch them then because my parents all had cable. I was lucky and I was one of the rare people in the hood that actually had cable. So like we would watch like the Road Warriors. I remember watching the Road Warriors versus the Midnight Express in a scaffold match. And thinking this was just one of the most amazing things that I had ever seen in life. And I forget who it was that fell off of the scaffolding, but I remember my head going, why? Why would you want to do that? But it was a great match, and my basic exposure to WWE was Saturday night main event, the Saturday morning show Superstars, and then when they came to town, my parents would take me every now and then. That was my primary exposure. So when I walked in and I saw WrestleMania, because I had been watching, the weekly shows and seeing about it, when I saw WrestleMania, hey, we got to get that. And yeah, Now everything's down